Welcome, everybody, to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive. And are you loving our new theme song for the podcast? I hope so. And guess what? There's a whole lot more to that song. The entire song is so inspirational, amazing affirmations about your relationship with food. You can download the song on healyourhunger.com. There's a little drop down that says theme song. You can download it for free and play it every day and just build into your consciousness freedom and healing. Okay? Don't you want a healed relationship with food? Well, just play the song, rock out to it. I love the Heal Your Hunger theme song. Okay, so I want to tell you that I have a message today that is, I know I say this a lot, but it's short and sweet. It's short and sweet. We don't need to belabor the point. This is about our relationship with food and our relationship with God and how they intersect. And there's a whole lot to say on that topic. I'm going to be talking very specifically about prayer. Now, I want to say if you're here at the Heal Your Hunger show for the first time, welcome. Please make sure to take the quiz on my website, healyourhunger.com. Find out if you're an emotional eater or a food addict. And when you take the quiz, you get a personalized score on where you are on the emotional eating spectrum. So take the quiz, find out what your personalized score is, and then next steps based on your personalized score. It's only like 3 minutes to take the quiz, but it's totally worth it. It also will literally put you onto a path of healing just by taking that. Also, we love when you join the Secret Sauce group on Facebook, the Secret Sauce to End Emotional Eating. Go to Facebook, type that in, and join us there. Let's keep the conversation going. All right, on with the show. So, I was talking to my clients the other day about something that I don't think I've ever talked about on my podcast, and that is praying to God for help with your eating. Praying for help with your eating. You know, I talk about prayer. I love prayer. I love God. I love getting help from God. But what I see oftentimes is that people have a misconception about God, and they think God is limited by time and space, capacity, attention. I don't believe that. I believe God is completely unlimited. I believe God is inexhaustible. I believe God is spirit, inexhaustible spirit, and therefore available for you at any time of the day or night for anything. Now, oftentimes people feel silly praying to God about their food, praying to God to help them not binge, praying to God to help them make healthy choices, praying to God to help them stop overeating. And we've all done it, right? In that moment of utter despair and panic because we can't stop eating. I've been there way too many times to count. But when we feel like God is too busy to answer such a prayer, I think we're wrong. I think we're wrong. I don't believe God has limits. My God doesn't have limits. There's a saying I love, which is, don't tell God how big your problems are. Tell your problems how big your God is. Don't tell God how big your problems are. Tell your problems how big your God is. God is unlimited, inexhaustible, and is available to us at any time for anything, including our food needs. You know, Roy, who is my mentor, prayed every single day for help to stay clean in his eating. He also prayed for help to stay sober and free from alcohol. He prayed for whatever he needed. And that isn't a selfish prayer. That isn't a frivolous prayer. To pray for what we need. In the Bible, it says it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. What is the kingdom? The kingdom includes everything, every need we could possibly have. Now, will God give us a Porsche if we ask for a red Porsche? Possibly not. But I believe needs that serve our highest and best good, needs that serve God, are 100% important to God and worthy of praying for. I did a podcast recently about, does God care what we eat? And I would recommend going back and listening to that. It's just a few podcasts ago. But continuing on that theme, it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. It's God's good pleasure to help you with your food needs. Why? Because if you're overeating and obsessed with food and it's all you can think about, you're not serving God. You're limited in your capacity to shine your light. And so I think we should pray for help with our food needs. My goodness. It's our biggest problem, right? It's our biggest problem, and God can solve this problem. Now, can God solve this problem alone? No. God's going to have a hard time taking that donut out of your hands, all right? We have to co-collaborate with God. We have to help God help us, and we do that by getting community with other emotional eaters, by getting a program that's specifically designed. I believe it has to be specifically designed to address emotional eating. If you're an emotional eater or a food addict, take the quiz and find out. We have to have a roadmap for healing that includes God. I don't dictate what people should believe in, but I believe having some source of spirituality is important because willpower certainly hasn't worked for us. So we need a higher power. But we can help God help us when we're addressing our stress, when we're processing our emotions, when we're in tune and in touch with our divine truth, when we're taking time for meditation and prayer so we can hear God. Praying is asking God for help. Meditating is listening for the answers. So we can help God help us. But what's really important to know is that praying for help with our food specifically is a good prayer. And every single day I ask God to help me make good food choices. Help me be free from overeating. I'm not cured. If I don't pray, if I don't meditate, if I don't try to help other emotional eaters and do the things that I do to stay in the solution, I can backslide. And overeat. So I try to help God help me by doing the things that I need to do to access God's help, to hear God's message. But you can bet I pray to God for help with my food needs. I pray to God to help me with my weight, but also help me to accept my weight. One of my favorite affirmations is God's in charge of my weight and he's doing a great job, because I don't want to get in my head about what weight I should be. And when you have disordered eating, it doesn't matter if you're thin. You can still be cuckoo about your weight, right? It's called body dysmorphia. I've had it. And so I ask God to help me accept my weight, whatever it is. God cares about my weight. God cares about my food. I pray about both so that I can have freedom a day at a time. I don't have willpower, so I'm going to have help from a higher power. So my message today is God wants to help you. And prayer around your food needs is perfectly legit and probably the fastest route to getting the help. Now, the help may not come in the way that you want it to, but pray and the answers will come. The divine ideas will be there. Maybe it's a divine idea about taking action on a source of help that you hadn't considered before. Maybe it's getting up the gumption to join a program that's focused on emotional eating. Make sure that you have a program that's focused on the right things, not on diets and quick fixes, but on healing the root causes of emotional eating. Pray for help, and then know that the help comes in mysterious ways sometimes. So listen, be open and aware to how God might be nudging you to your right and perfect solution. Pray for help with not only the kinds of foods that you eat, but the right amounts for you, and the right foods that will support and strengthen your health and your immune system. It's all fair game. Go to God with it. It will help. And I hope this has helped. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next show. If you're ready to get off the dieting roller coaster ride and finally make peace with food and with your body, talk to a Heal Your Hunger mentor about what steps you need to take based on your own history with food and weight. Go to healyourhunger.com and register for an emotional eating breakthrough session and see how fast you can experience real change. It's a complimentary evaluation, but there are limited spots available. So go to healyourhunger.com and register to speak with a mentor today.